Right, today's lesson is on the third main solo in Down to the Waterline by Dire Straits. It's Mark Knopfler's song, Mark Knopfler solo. Great playing all the way through this song. There's just some lovely lead playing. I've done some previous videos which hopefully you've seen on the other solos. There's an intro solo and then what I've called the first solo, which is like the first main solo in the song. Then the second solo in the middle of the song. And then this one today is the third solo, not counting the intro. So if you count the intro, it's actually the fourth solo. So it's right at the end of the song. It's kind of the outro, I suppose. Very similar to what's been happening in the rest of the song and the rest of the solos. Most of the phrases are ones you'll have played before if you've looked at those other videos. There's some slight variation, but it's not the most difficult one, this one. It's not too bad, it's quite short. But it's a great solo to do. So I'll get straight into it. It's in the key of B minor. So you're in this 7th position like we were to begin with for most of the other things in this song. And just start off with a 7 on the 4th string, hammer onto a 9, 7 on the 3rd string, and then you play the 9 on the 3rd string and pull off to the 7. So that's like this. And then we go back to 7 on the 4th string, play that, hammer onto a 9, and then a phrase very similar to what we've done before. 3rd string, just pick it once and you actually play 7, hammer onto 9, bend to 11, let down to 9, pull off to 7, hammer onto 9. So there's a lot of notes with one pick. And then he plays the 9 again, pulls off to 7 and then plays 7 again. So all of that little phrase was. And then there's a typical kind of Knopfler technique here with a couple of muted notes. Now I would play these on the 3rd string, and if you're using a pick, it will still work. I'd do a down and an upstroke. If you're using fingers like I am, then it would be thumb playing the 3rd string and then first finger playing the 3rd string like this and muting it here. And you need to put that in because otherwise the phrase doesn't kind of flow properly. And then we play 3rd string still, 9 pull off to 7, and then 9 on the 4th string, 7 on the 3rd, 9 on the 4th, 7 on the 4th, 9 on the 4th. So that last part was. So together with the muted bit it's. And then we go to a phrase that you'll have done before if you've looked at the other videos on this song. It's where we play 7th fret, 2nd string and 3rd string with little finger and 3rd finger. You play them together but straight away bend up the 3rd string a tone, so you're making 7 sound like 9. Bend it up, let it back down, and as soon as it comes back down again, you then move your little finger to an 8 and play the 2 strings again, so it's 7 and 8, like this. And take the same shape, move along 2, play those, and very quickly slide along 2 frets to 11 and 12. And then go back to where you were and play the 9 and 10 again. So that's. Now the video I did on the first main solo in the song, I explained what those were all about a little bit more, so maybe have a look at that if you haven't already. And then we do a really cool phrase which is a little bit tricky just because of the speed, but it's not as hard as it looks. We do a bend on the 3rd string at 9th fret, it's a bend to 11, standard bend. Play the 7 on the 2nd string and then 7 on the 1st, so you kind of roll across like that. And the 7 on the 2nd string is the same note that you've just bent this string to. You've probably played phrases like that before. It's a very bluesy one. And then 1st string 10, pull off to 7. Roll across again and do 7 on the 2nd string, 7 on the 1st. And 10 pull off to 7 again, but this time on the 2nd string. That was. And we go to 9 on the 3rd string, 7 on the 2nd string. 9 pull off to 7 on the 3rd string, and you play 9 on the 4th, 7 on the 3rd, 9 on the 4th, slight pause, and then 7 on the 3rd again. So that whole phrase slowly is. Speed. And then we go back to this funny kind of bending phrase that we did before. Exactly the same as before. This next one the same as before. And then the song ends with a B minor chord, but he plays a B minor add 9, so I think the rhythm guitar is probably playing a B minor, but he plays an add 9 here, and I think it's hard to tell from listening to it, but I think he's playing this shape. Thumb on the 6th string, mute the 5th string so your thumb can just touch it, or we've got this finger here on the 9 on the 3rd string, that could touch the 5th string as well. So either way you want to mute the 5th string. And then 1st finger flatten down over the 3 thinnest strings at the 7th fret. Add the little finger on the 1st string at the 9th fret. So coming from here we've got 7, mute, 9, 7, 7, 9. And you strum all the way down. He's probably using his old Strat on this song, and there's a little bit of tremolo movement, I think, just on the end. I haven't got a trem on this, so I can't do it on this guitar. But it's this. You can almost hear it when I do that. And that's how it ends. So it's a really nice solo to finish a song with, because it's so familiar. If you've played the other ones, he's just going back over the same phrases, but just changing them a little bit. So yeah, really good one. Great song to play. You probably haven't just looked at this solo, I suspect you've looked at the other ones as well. But it's a really good one. It's not the easiest song in the world to play, but I think this particular part isn't too bad. The solo before this is probably the hardest one. But anyway, if you have any questions on that, please put them in the comments. And if you want to see lessons on other solos, especially Dire Straits ones, then let me know and I'll be happy to try to have a look at them. And if you like this one, click like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, thanks.